Good evening, family, and welcome to another Movie Maniac Mondays. So, as you all know, what day it is. So, as you know, on Mondays, it's Monday Movie Maniac, where we review any movie which you can find or any movie which you think is interesting. So, for today, the movie which we are interviewing is called The Great White. Oh gosh, my lips are so. I've got this pimple on my lips. I think it's the changing of season and so on. I haven't been feeling well, so these are the results of not feeling well. So I've got this pimple, which is painful. So yeah, anyway, as I said, the movie which we're reviewing today is called The Great White. And then it's a recent movie, it's a 2020. I'm just putting some Vaseline. I might as well advertise it. Vaseline Blue Seal Pure Petroleum Jelly into my lips. As you know, it's winter. We need this. So if you don't have petroleum gel in winter, then surely you don't have a problem with dry skin. So anyway, we finished to advertise the Vaseline now. Back to our movie. So the movie, all in all, if you love movies of people stranded at sea and sharks biting them or sharks hunting them, so that's that kind of a movie. So the movie, it's mainly, I think it's like 7 characters. We've got the main characters' names are Cass, Charlie, Benny, Georgie, Mike, Michelle, Luke, and Tracy. So how it all starts is this couple is running I think a tourist guide or some sort of plane or water plane tourist kind of vibes on the certain island. So they got a call for a booking from this couple to go to that certain place, and then everything went well. The couple arrived, and then they went into the certain space which the on the island which the booking people said they wanted to go. But when they got there, and then it turns out that the girl is the couple which booked for the trip are two Asian people. So it turns out that the island is got some sort of a history, and the girl's grandfather was part of the people which were part of that history, and apparently they wanted to throw his ashes into the sea there. So it was about a survival story which the grandfather survived, was one of the few or was the only survivor in that story. So now these Asian couples, they brought the ashes of the grandfather to scatter in that island or in that water where the whole historical event happened. So they are there at that island now, and then while the couple was walking around, maybe looking for a perfect spot to throw the ashes, um, the other couple, which is the ones which runs the bookings or the tours, were also just walking around the 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 place or the island, and I don't know how to call it because it's more like a seashore. And then they were actually, it was actually the two couples and the one guy which is part of the crew for the tour for the business. So the guy called the couple to come, and then when they got there, they saw there was somebody like a body, decomposing body, somewhere nearby, and then it looked like it was bitten by a shark. So, and then when they took the phone from the decomposing body, they saw there was also a girl in the picture, which the girl was nowhere to be found. So the promise that they were to go back to the inland, but then before they go inland, they were going to look around the ocean if they can't find the girl. So if they had a delay, so when they went back to the plane, they looked around the ocean to the water if they can't find the girl, and eventually Michelle, which is one of the Asian couples, the lady, saw some wreckages on the water, and then they landed the plane in the water to go investigate, and that's where the whole mess starts up now. Because when they landed on the water, the Benny, which was the helper, to part of the crew of for the part of the crew, yeah, because it was a tourist company, went into the sea to go and investigate the wreckage which they saw, and the girl which they were looking for, which was in the picture, was there underneath those wreckage, and she was bitten badly by sharks. You could see she had like shark bites all over her, and then now, when they tried to swim back, he swam back and he was like scared and frantic, like what happened underneath the what he saw. So when he tried to swim back, and they were all trying to get back and putting in their seat belt, trying to fly the plane out of the water, the shark came, and then the shark came, it bit part of the plane, and then the plane started to sink, and now they were left stranded at sea, and they had to open a raft or something. So they were stranded in the ocean in a raft now when the plane was all gone. And in that ocean which they were stuck in, the water which they were stuck in, there were sharks all over swimming around. So you can imagine how they died one by one. The only survivors were the two girls. The guys, all three guys, died each on their own. And yes, each person tried to be brave, and it's your typical sea survival kind of story. It's your typical sea survival kind of story, and apparently it's not like a movie which you haven't seen before. If you've seen your Spielberg's Jaws and so on, it's not they on those lines. It's just your typical movie, get stuck in the sea, and then you are surrounded by sharks, and then you need to survive all of those. Yeah, so the movie goes around the couples surviving, and then eventually you'll see that they don't survive. Only the ladies make it in the end. All the guys passed away. And yeah, so that was our movie is all about today. It was all about surviving in the ocean. And then if you like thriller or horror, because there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of biting, stabbing, all those typical surviving skills, they are there. But there's nothing much to write or to say about the movie. That the movie, it does keep you on the edge of your seat for some time, and then it's any other movie, because I can't stand horror movies, but I can watch horror movies when they're happening at sea. So that's one of those where I can watch if it's like shark bites and so on, but I can't watch it when people are just stepping and slaughtering each other. So it's one of those movies. So that was a movie for today. It's called it's called Great White. It's this year's movie, 2021, and it's a horror thriller. The characters are Kez, Charlie, Benny, Joy, Michelle, Luke, and Tracy, and it's all about shark attacks and surviving. So that's all we have for today. I won't be long, hopefully. We'll be finished editing in no time today, and hope that everybody had a wonderful weekend. And yeah, and thank you, family, for all the support, and thank you for all the not much comments, like, share, and so on. So thank you for supporting this channel. I really, really appreciate it, and we shall see each other again next week when we do another Monday movie Maniac. So hopefully you do go and check this one out, and maybe it might be something you'll enjoy, or maybe you'll feel like you prefer the hardcore jaw kind of movies where you see people being snatched apart by jaws, shark jaws or so on. But then this is a good but not great movie. It's not like it's something you haven't seen before. Let's just be honest with the movie. You will realize that. But this looks like something I've seen before. There's not really like unique parts where you can say this. This is my first time seeing this, but good acting. Yes, I must say it was good acting. Anyway, family, thank you very much. That was all for today. And yes, I am wearing something underneath here. I'm wearing a boot or dress. And wow. Anyway, thank you very much, family. Hopefully, we'll do another review next week. And thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.